So let's take a look at our very first behavior here in the list, which is accelerate. Let's create a new actor and double click on that actor so we can essentially get into the brains of that actor. And we're going to click and drag the accelerate behavior and just drop it into this area here. You can see we have the accelerate behavior now added. So if we go back to our scene here and drag our actor into the scene and hit play, you can see that we have the accelerate behavior added to our actor. Very simple stuff. So go back to our initial scene and let's jump into the actor again by double clicking on it. Now remember, you want to double click on the actor here in the inspector, not the actor inside the stage. Now essentially they're the same thing, but if we double click on the actor inside the stage, you notice that you're going to get this lock button. And the reason for this is that we always want to make changes to the actor here in the inspector so that all those changes are affected globally. For instance, I have this one actor here, but if I were to drag this actor out again, I essentially have a clone or a brother or a sister actor, and I can drag it out again and again and again. So now I have these 4 actors in here, and if I hit play, you can see they're all accelerating. Now if I wanted to make just a change to this one main actor here and affect all of these cloned actors here inside the stage, all I'd have to do is go to the inspector actor, double click on it, and then we can make a change. Like for instance, we could change the direction by clicking on this little knob here, and then if I hit play, you can see now all of my actors are moving in that direction. So that's really why we want to focus on making changes here to the actor in the inspector and not to actors here. Now you can make changes to actors here in case you do want to do that. I just, in the early stages of learning, don't want you to get into some bad habits. But it does make sense to change an actor here in the future. So we can actually double click on an actor and unlock this actor, so we essentially remove that cloned relationship from the actor and the inspector. Now that this is unlocked, I can make a change which affects just this actor and not all the other actors, or not all the other actors that are essentially cloned from the original one in the inspector. So you can see I changed the direction just for this one actor I unlocked, and if we hit play, you can see all these actors go in one direction and that one goes in that direction. Now again, there's kind of pros and cons to doing it this way. This one actor that I did kind of edit and made different from all the rest, I'm always going to have to go into this one actor in this scene, double click on it to make any sort of changes in the future. But for all these other guys here, I can just make one global change to this first actor. So we'll delete all that. So really this video was just about acceleration, but seeing it's our first behavior, it's really important to understand what we're working with here as far as when we're editing behaviors inside this area or editing behaviors from clicking on the actor directly inside the stage. So if we double click on actor 1 again and just look at a few other things here, you can see that we were able to change the direction by simply turning this knob. And it's pretty self-explanatory. The little dot that you see here on the knob is going to be the direction that your actor is going in relative to the actor of the scene. We'll always keep it set to actor. You can also just type in a number, so I can type in 0 or something like 180, and you can see that knob will adjust accordingly. Acceleration is pretty much what you would expect. This is the speed of the acceleration or the intensity of the acceleration. By default it's set to 100. So let's set that to something like 600, and then we'll go back to our main work area, drag the actor again into our stage, and then hit play. And you can see that that accelerates much faster. You can hit the reset button that you see right here to preview that again and again and again. And don't forget that you also have a play button when you're working in this main workspace, which will preview what's going on. I do notice that when you hit play, you will get more accurate results as far as time and speed and calculations are concerned. But if you do want just a quick preview, you can hit this button right here. Most of the time I never do. I always like to hit the preview, the main preview button up here, so I can get a more accurate understanding of how everything is working inside my scene. So take a moment to create a single actor, drag out the accelerate behavior, and make some adjustments in the direction and the acceleration. And if I were you, I would clone your actor, so you can actually just hold this actor and hold down the Alt or Option key and click and drag this actor over, and now we'll just call this actor 2. I can drag that guy in there and double click on him to make an adjustment maybe with his direction and speed. So we have actor 1 and actor 2, and you can see now we already have multiple actors inside our stage doing some interesting things. So create a few actors and adjust the acceleration and speed and just start experimenting. All this early stage experimentation is really what's going to get you really thinking creatively about some game development. It just seems like we're working with little white blocks at this point, but it's amazing how quickly you start to think of some really unique game concepts by just experimenting with each one of these behaviors. Don't try to start making an entire platformer or first-person shooter right out of the gate. Experimenting with these behaviors and then mastering them is what's going to make you really, really, really great at Game Salad, and also give you some really fantastic ideas moving forward.